On set. We'll be live. So like this is a test run. First time on YouTube, live. I'm not even gonna say this is episode 1 of Live or Not. This is the test run. Yeah. Let me just make sure everything's in order. What's good, my people? Yeah? What's good? We're here. We made it. We made it to YouTube Live, man. It's been a struggle, but we got here. As you can see, I'm on my ones today. That's why this is a test run. You know, life be lifing sometimes. We got to keep the show moving. Shout out to the rest of the team. Shout out to Daniel Nero. Shout out to Drizzy Freckles. Shout out to Sam the Silver Surfer. Shout out to Big Six. Shout outs to Alex the cameraman. And shout outs to Media Lab. You already know the team is strong. But yeah, man, we're here. YouTube Live. This is Live or Not. As you can make sense of it, watch it or not, live or not. You see what we did there? See what we do, man. We stay creative. We stay creative. Yeah? But it's about time we did this. We've been saying for a while now, we need to jump on the YouTube lives, start getting that busy. So we just got to start from somewhere. I mean, at the moment, is there anyone present? Let's just say, I don't know. But we got to start from somewhere, yeah? So basically, this is going to be like a live version of the podcast. But we're going to go into a bit more detail, hopefully along the line. As time goes on, people will start to get involved, obviously start liking, sending some stickers, get involved with the lives, man. You know how the thing's set. You already know how the thing's set. We're here now. We're involved with it. But yeah, we're just going to touch on a bit more of the news section. We're going to give a few reviews. Sometimes you might talk about some trailers. Hopefully, sometimes you might have some guests. Yeah, we're just going to get busy with it, yeah? So make sure you stay tuned with this. We're going to try and pull it off at least fortnightly, just until the ball gets rolling. So what you'll have is, you'll have an episode, you'll have a podcast, and then you'll have a live or not. Podcast and then live or not. Every Wednesday, yeah? That's the plan. Stay with it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All right, so what are we going to start with? What have I been watching? You know what I wanted to start with? Actually. Let's start with a quick little review, yeah? Let's talk about episode 1 of Black Mirror. Just gonna touch on it lightly. It's still fresh, even though all the episodes are out. If you're like me and haven't watched it all yet, I don't want to do no spoilers just yet. But I'm just gonna give a light little opinion on what I thought of the first episode. If you don't know me, I go by the name of Zeus, aka Guyver. Yeah, this is Watch It or Not TV. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, so Black Mirror season 6. Black Mirror, I'm a fan of it. If you've never heard of it, you are missing out, and you're probably really new here, like in terms of like the whole Watch It or Not thing, because then you're not really paying attention. It's a series on Netflix. I like to compare it to, I know the youngers ain't gonna get this one, but I like to compare it to a modern day Twilight Zone. It's a series of different stories, but the stories are very airy. It's very offbeat stories. They're stories that's based around scenarios that, what if scenarios, like what if technology took over the world type of thing. Some of them are creepy, some of them are dark, some of them make you question life. I really enjoy Black Mirror. I'm a big fan of Black Mirror. I really enjoy it. And so season 6 dropped just a few days ago. I want to say about a week ago, if that. Um, and so yeah, I checked out the first episode. I purposely didn't binge watch it though. I thought, you know what, let me start slowing down the TV a little bit, especially with the writer's strike. Like, who knows when a new show is coming out? So I thought, let me slow things down a little piece, yeah. Um, so I'm watching this episode by episode. What I might do is every live or not, I might just do throw in a quick little Black Mirror recap and do each episode every live or not. So, or actually, I might not because that might take a bit long considering we're doing this fortnightly. But we'll see how things go. Anyway, first episode is called Joan is Awful. This one is about an average woman who is stunned to discover a global streaming platform has launched a prestige TV drama adaptation of her life, in which she is portrayed by Hollywood A-lister Salma Hayek. Yeah. Um, this was a good start, I think, because it was literally like imagine your life was on Netflix. Like you're about to flick on a show and you're watching a show. You put on the show and the cover is like you saying basically Zeus is awful. Imagine that. You flick on Netflix, flicking through, boom, 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 and you see a thing say Zeus is awful, and it blatantly looks like you, and you're like, hold on, wait. You know when man see like a young, who's a young guy? I don't know, man. A young Michael, a young Denzel. Let's just say a young Denzel. I see a young Denzel. You hear me on there? I'm like, hold on, wait, what's going on here? That looks a bit like me. John David. Yeah, say John David. Yeah, see John David. And I'm like, right. True, I got the grizzly beard and that. I'm like, hold on, now wait, that looks a bit like me. I swear that's me. Nah. Then you flick it on and you're watching it, and it's literally your day. It's literally what you've just done. So, like the start of your day, from when you wake up, go in the bathroom, have a breakfast, go do what you need to do, and you're watching. It's like, hold on, like I did that today. Like, I just did that. A little argument you might have, you're watching it now, and the same argument's happening now, but it's just different actors. It's not your bedroom that you was arguing with, but it is, but it's played by Don Cheadle. And it's like, wow, what's going on there? So yeah, that's how the first episode basically started. That's what the first episode's about. It's about a woman who I don't even know what she does. She's like a boss of something because I remember she fired someone. But yeah, don't want to give too much away neither. But anyway, she goes home, sits down, flicks on the TV, sees the show, sees a cover with her name and someone that looks like her, and then she starts watching it, and it's basically her day. And then as she's living out her day, the show's still going on. And the thing is, obviously, because it's on, what's it called? Streamberry, not Netflix. I see what you did there, Streamberry. I want to say they've done that before in other Black Mirrors, like they've called Netflix by another name, or have they used the same name? I can't remember, but I know I've seen that before. Yeah, what's sick about that is that yeah, you get the gist of what they're doing. So she's watching her life on Streamberry, obviously, because it's on Netflix, Streamberry. Everyone can see it. Like everyone's watching it. So all her bedrooms, imagine that's the bait thing. It's like, you know, when you see something, it's almost like when you're watching a documentary and they blur out the faces. And it's like, if you know that person, it really don't matter if they blurred out the faces. Like if I know you, I know you. That's you. I know it's you, bro. Like I can see you. Like I don't need it to be unblurred for me to notice you. So it's like when you're watching something and you see the name, and it might not be the person, but it's an actor that looks like you. You're like, nah, that's too much of a coincidence. Mad. What did I enjoy about this? I enjoyed the creativity, which I always do with Black Mirror. I thought it was a good I thought it was a good episode to start with. I thought it was a good introduction. It was quite kooky. It wasn't too dark. I enjoyed this episode. This was a really good episode. I would recommend checking it out. Like I said, I haven't seen the rest, so I don't have much to compare it to. But in comparison to previous seasons and previous episodes, yeah, this slots right in there. They're back right on form. Like they haven't lost a beat. still quite creative. It looks like the cameos have got a lot bigger. Obviously, you've got Salma Hayek on the first one. I've seen the trailer, so I've seen a few other people pop up, but it will be interesting to see what kind of parts they play. So yeah, make sure you go check out Black Mirror if you haven't. If you never see, you know what, you can actually start with season 6 because it doesn't go in any order, any particular order. So you don't need to start with season 1 in order to get the gist. Like you could actually start here. So you know what, if you've never seen it, go check it out. Obviously, yeah. Next, I want to talk about Sydney Sweeney. Bit random, I know. She's the girl from Euphoria. If you've not seen that, again, go check that out. That's the show with Zendaya on HBO. You know HBO never miss over here on Watch It or Not TV. We are big fans of HBO. So if you want to sponsor us, HBO, give man a shout. Give man a shout. But yeah, Euphoria, Sydney Sweeney. What is her character's name? What is her character's name? Cassie. Cassie. Yeah, she's Cassie on Euphoria. Euphoria. What is Euphoria about? Euphoria is about a group of teenagers living in today's times, Gen Z, and it's dark, it's twisted, it's about how they're just going through life, but the dark side of it. So there's drugs, there's sex, there's violence. I will say it is a bit mad because they are playing teenagers and it is quite young, but it is done tastefully as much as it can be. It is quite interesting, it is creative. I really enjoyed Euphoria. I really enjoyed it. It's not for the light-hearted. It's not for the light-hearted. Not that it's gory or anything, but there are some scenes where it's like, ooh, it's a bit mad. Drake and his team, I know, are behind some of the executive production. I think it's their show. Or, yeah, same thing they're doing with Top Boy. I'm pretty sure they've done with Euphoria. Anyway, Sydney Sweeney. She plays one of the characters on there. She is very promiscuous on there, shall we say, the least. I thought it was quite interesting because I read an article that said she was showing her dad and her granddad the show, and they couldn't watch it. They couldn't watch the show. Like, it was too much. It was too much for them. I'm not gonna lie. Sydney Sweeney's character Cassie is a mad one. She does a lot of mad scenes. Like, it is very risque, very risque. Yeah, she's out here. So when I read that, it's funny because I did have a conversation, something similar like that. Like, could you be with someone I think me and Daniel had it on the show. Like, could you be with someone depending on the scenes that they do? Like, if they did a sex scene, like, could you watch it? Yeah, we was comparing that to watching them dance with someone, I believe. But yeah, a bit mad. I understand why the dad and granddad couldn't watch that. Like, I don't have any kids, but I'm pretty confident I couldn't watch my daughter in that scene. But that was a question I just wanted to put out there. So when you see this, leave in the comments. If you do have children, could you watch your daughter do awkward sex scenes? I suppose, like, she does do sex scenes. It's not just that's awkward to watch of her. She's quite an evil, mean girl type of character, so she does a lot of mean stuff in it. But yeah, let's just say watching your daughter or girlfriend, if you don't have any kids like myself, could you watch your girlfriend having sex if she was a movie star or a TV star? That was the question I just wanted to throw out there. Moving on swiftly, Apu. That's how you pronounce it, isn't it? Apu. I'm definitely not trying to pronounce his second name because that's a mission. But Simpsons. I feel like everyone should know about the Simpsons. Come on. Everyone should know about the Simpsons. If you've not watched that, I don't know what you're doing. But Hank Azaria, the guy who plays him, He plays a few people, I think, actually. I believe it says here. Not too familiar with the characters. I should be more familiar with the characters. Whenever I see the people that are playing the characters of The Simpsons, I'm like, oh yeah, he does play him. It's like, oh shit, they play him. And it's like, yeah. Anyway, basically, he don't want to play a poo no more. Well, I don't even think he's playing a poo no more. I believe I've heard it before. The critics, and people that say that the Indian accent is a bit much. It's a bit stereotypical. It's a bit offensive. And so I've heard that over the years. But I believe it says here that he no longer wants to play him. It's a choice that he's made for himself after a years long process of examining his own feelings and listening to others who explained how they had been hurt by a poo. Yeah, so he says once he's realized what his character was doing to others, he just don't want to participate in that no more. How do I feel about that? Well, it's personal, isn't it? I guess it's how he feels about it. If I was that person, would I feel away? Would I even be playing that character? I don't know. I get the critics. I get why people would be offended. It's like if you had this black character on there and he was just hood and he was just talking like how they perceive black people to talk. It would be a bit stereotypical, but at the same time, if that was the character that the character was, like if that's the character and it makes sense to bringing out what that character represents, I wouldn't say it's that offensive. I'm not too sure, man. I wouldn't say it's that offensive. Like, have I looked at a poo and thought, right, it's a bit bad, mine. Not really, because you get it suits the character. Like, works in corner shop. I know it sounds a bit stereotypical, but that is a thing. You get me? It is a thing. Let's not lie to ourselves. And they do have an accent. Maybe the accent is a bit exaggerated, but it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon. If it was real people, I can understand how it may be a bit more offensive, but maybe you might have an authentic character playing that part. So maybe is it because they don't have an Indian person playing that character, doing the voice? Is that what's more offensive? I don't know. Because he also plays a couple characters. He plays Mo, he plays Chief Wiggum. So yeah, it's not like they don't do that on Simpsons. They do that on a lot of cartoons and animated things where one person does a few of the voices. So I could see how they haven't got someone in like just to do that voices. But here we go, man. I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's a thing. But like I said, it's personals. He's done it for a long time. If he now feels like, you know what, yeah, this is a bit mad. I don't really want to do this no more. Cool, innit? Cool. Do you, my guy? Do you? No hard feelings at all, man. I ain't mad at you, player. I ain't mad at you. Last but not least, before we get out of here, live or not, people. I mean, still a bit empty. Hello. Don't worry, things will pick up soon. But for those who's gonna watch this afterwards, thank you, big up. Make sure you leave a comment, drop a like, show some support. For those of you that have seen Flash, yeah, let's talk about it. If you haven't seen Flash, I'm not gonna do no spoilers, even though it's late. Yeah, you should have seen it by now. If I do a spoiler, sorry about that. Yeah, man, it was an accident. But yeah, Flash, let's talk about it. I went to go see it. We had Cine Club. Big up everyone that came to Cine Club. Big up Elin Project for hosting. We went to go see that. We went to go see it when it dropped, or the day before it dropped, actually. We went to go see it the day before it dropped. Yeah. Was excited to see that. I'm a fan of Flash. I like Flash. I like what they did with the series. Previous stuff of Flash, I'm not too mad at. So, and obviously what we had been hearing. Let's just address let's just call a spade a spade. Like, we've been hearing about this one for a long time, and we wanted to see what DC was doing. Come on now, DC. Come on, get it together, DC. Get it together. We wanted to see what was happening. They've been talking about this one for years and years and years and years. Finally, we got it the other day. I walked into the cinema quite excited to see this one, man. Come on, 2023 Flash, you know what you can do with that. Mad thing, mad thing. Anyway, sat down, got ready, film started. Opening scene. Something happens, yeah. And I said this in the review, but I'm gonna say it again. Something happens, and I was immediately like, I hope that's not going to be the tone of the film throughout. You know, when you just see something and it's like, yeah, but stop now. That's, yeah, let's just leave that there and boom. So as soon as that happened, you know, when you're sitting up, you're like excited. As soon as that happened, I was like, You know, you just kind of give it that. So I sat there, and like I said, I almost was like waiting for them not to do that, but knowing in the back of my head that this was a possibility. And what I'm talking about is the tone, the humor of the film. I felt like something happened, and it was silly. It was silly. It wasn't funny. It was silly, but it was cool. But for some reason, it triggered me. Like, I just thought about 4. I thought what they did with 4, and it triggered me. I just got flashbacks. I was like, no. You know, them ones there. And so I was on my tippy toes. I was anxious. And as the film went on, I began to see how right I was. Right, I was right. They kind of kept that silly tone throughout the whole film. And boy, was I mad. I was mad at it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was mad at it. There was no need for it to be so silly. Like I said, I feel like they went down more of the 4 route. I'm not mad at a comedy, you know. I'm not mad at the silliness. Like, I really love what Guardians of the Galaxy does. I love what Deadpool done in the first one, so I'm not mad at it. But it's not even a fine line. There's just a line. Like, just know what's on opposite sides, and they just went on that side where 4 is, and from there, it kind of ruined the film for me from early. Don't get me wrong, it's okay. It's an okay film. I know they used the Flashpoint story. I'm not mad at it. I like that storyline. They just didn't really deliver this as good as they could have. The CGI, obviously, I'm not gonna bash that because he's already come out and said that was deliberately done. And funny enough, I had said in the review, I felt like it was deliberately done. It was too blatant for it not to be deliberately done. However, saying that, it still wasn't done that great. It still wasn't, like, it didn't need to look good for it to be good. It still wasn't that great. So yeah, the rest of the graphics, like the rest of the film, the normal CGI, it was cool. It was good. The action scenes were doing what they needed to do, but it wasn't nothing, like, it didn't blow you away. Like, this film, considering how much you've been hearing about it, it didn't really blow me away. Pause. Ezra Miller, that guy, man, that guy, like, after all the madness he's been doing, I expected him to come and steal the show, like, steal this show completely. Like, just, you know, like when someone does a mad thing in music and they just put out a couple tunes, couple bangers, and it's almost like you forget about it. Not Mr. Kelly, but everybody else. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be one of them ones where you just come and you just drop the film and it's like, boy, he's the guy, you know. And I'm not saying he's rubbish. I'm not saying he was rubbish in it. He played a good Flash. He was cool. But it wasn't nothing mind-blowing. It wasn't nothing great, man. It wasn't nothing like, yeah, like, I'm putting him up there. Like, so to add with all the BS that he's been doing, it's like, nah, man. Nah, you don't get no kudos for this, man. You don't get no kudos for this, man. You out here taking bare L's, and now he's gonna come drop this meaty. No, 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 no. Yeah, man. All in all, I wasn't impressed with Flash. It was an okay film. I'm not gonna say it was rubbish. I'm not gonna say it was trash, but it definitely weren't all that. It definitely weren't all that. What did I enjoy about it? Some of the action scenes were cool. The Supergirl, Super Lady. I don't know how I felt about her, man. Like, I don't think she got enough screen time, to be fair. Um, she was cool. It was cool. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Michael Keaton, Batman. That was cool. That was cool. That was a good little bit, little throwback. Couple of the cameos was surprising to see. Wasn't mad at. Some of them I was like, really? Shout out to Drizzy because he reminded man that they shot a lot of this in London in the UK. I wonder if that had anything to do with why they had so much UK cameos, but yeah, that was a thing. But yeah, all in all, I just wanted to like this film a lot more. I wanted to just enjoy it a lot more, and I really didn't. Maybe I put too much on it, but I felt like I didn't. I don't do that, man. I know what I'm doing. Like, I've been doing this for a long time, so I don't go in there thinking, yeah, this is gonna be the blockbuster of the year. I go in there and I think, all right, cool. But I guess I wanted this to be better than it is, man. Well, I don't know now. No, I don't actually now. But I believed in DC. Like, you've got something there, and I just don't know why you lot keep trying to chase this family route. I've said for a long time now, stop trying to chase the family route. I know it's big business. I know it is. But Marvel's got that. Yeah? They done claimed it. They've got it. You lot it should be a darker line. Most of your films should be a 15. Like, it should be a 15 standard, if not R-rated, blatant 15. Just aim for the adults and dark humor and just go down that route. The spearhead it. You hear me? Horrors still do well. I'm sure horrors is still one of the top genres. So it's not to say that there ain't a market for it. So if you just made these things a lot more darker and stop pussyfooting about, yeah? They even mean to use no bad language. I don't even know what that means now. If you have to filter. But anyway, YouTube, help me out, man. You know, it's the first time. It's just a test run. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna have to say flashes are not for me. If you see my review, you would have known that already. If not, you're hearing it here for the first time. Flashes are not. I did not enjoy it. I was disappointed. Yeah. I mean, go see it because it's Flash is a superhero film. Like, if that's your bag, that's your bag. You hear me? But other than that, disappointed with that one. But let me know what you thought of it in the comments as usual. Don't forget, again, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. We will be here next week. No, we won't. The week after next. But anyway, we'll put up some posts. I'm gonna do a premiere so people know this is coming. Big up to those who checked it out, who come true. I've been Zoosh, aka Guy Raw. This has been Watch It or Not TV, live or not. We're gonna get better, man. The gang's gonna come true. Pause. Yeah, the man is gonna roll true, and we're gonna get this popping. Couple more people involved. Have a few more guests, talking a few more things, a few more banter, and yeah, man. That's been it, man. I'm out. People, you already know. Do the damn thing.